Welcome to your final dark moon reading or moon reading for the uh, 2024 year. We are stepping into the new year this week, and so this is the final dark moon. So, the dark moon gate is a time period uh, between the full moon and the new moon where the moon is dark for a specific amount of time, usually 2 to 3 days. And this is used and opened up an opportunity for you to release even more and even deeper different things that are no longer serving you. This is great, especially as we're walking into this new to the Roman New Year, and that idea of the rebirth coming in spring. This is a great time to really just kind of focus on letting go of what happened in 2024 and letting it lay and keeping it in 2024. And so coming in to help us in this understanding is going to be one of these cards. Okay, we have resilience, and then with resilience came the 7 deadly sins, and with the 7 deadly sins came new beginnings and the 7 heavenly virtues. I love this. Okay, so really starting out, I feel like there's one more here that we're just going to get into in sensuality. Okay, so really starting out with this resilience. This is just a reminder of the strength that you had. This is really coming in for people who have had a rough 2024. Look, the lessons and the things that have been happening in 2024 have been really intense. And I'm not going to fluff you. It's not going to really get, it's 2025. The messages I've been getting for 2025 and the years going forward is really just buckle up, buttercup. It's going to get weird. But this resilience that 2024 gave you through all the ups and through all the downs, this is a really important time to hone in and understand what those are and let go of all those thought processes that say that you are not strong enough to handle it. Because look, honey, you're here. You did it. This is where we are right now. And so remembering that resilience, remembering that strength that you have to keep moving forward. With the 7 deadly sins coming in with that, what I'm really seeing with this 7 deadly sins is like those things, that pride, that ego, that sloth, like all those things that are hold those human traits that we all hold and we have to keep balancing. So it's not like you are the 7 deadly sins. These reside within us. And so it's important that as we're sitting and trying to remember this resilience, that we're letting go of all of these things, the laziness, the toxic food we're eating, what I'm really getting here is like there's been this message coming in lately about how we are feeding and eating and drinking so much stuff because our soul is craving something, and we're trying to use late night snacks, we're trying to use drinks, we're trying to use smoothie or not smoothies but milkshakes and all these different things to fill this hunger that our soul is having, because we there's a need for us to get more connected. And so like during this dark moon gate, it's really important to start letting go of some, like seeing these things that you're doing for yourself. There's also like the binging of different TV shows. Like, what are you binging? What state does that put your mind into? The podcasts, are they created in fear, meant to make more fear, or are they created in love? Are they created in hope and prosperity? Because yeah, things are going to get weird, and we're not gaslighting ourselves. We know things are getting weird, but we've got to remain in alignment with ourselves and within our light, and let go of the things that are providing extra worry and extra burdens just to kind of keep us in control. And so that's kind of what this look at during this dark moon is, kind of really honing in and realizing what's not serving you and really making the opportunity to leave it in 2024, because there's new beginnings coming, and this new beginnings really is rippling with this strength and possibility of openness. There's the rebirth of spring that's coming in, and this is almost like a feeling of like rebirthing into you. It's not about neglecting the where we are in a society and the things that are coming down the way. But the new beginning is to set yourself up for success, so that as we face some of these new things, that we have the opportunity and the strength to pull back on that resilience and hold our light. um, and you know what, even in times of great darkness, there's always new beginnings, there's always something. And there's like, the one thing that's most important is remembering the love, remembering that everything you begin in love, love was the beginning. Love created joy, and then joy created the light. So, everything that you're starting to do in this new year, in this new time period, we want to bring in the stuff that's going to bring in that love, holding on to the things that bring you love. The seven heavenly virtue, these are the things, these are what some of these new beginnings are going to bring for you. The seven heavenly virtues are hope, justice, temperance. I'm getting confused because I'm writing a piece, and so my I'm on these and reflecting them with with what they are in the spiritual language. But we got like hope and faith and temperance and justice, and prudence is another one. All these virtues, all these things help keep us aligned in that light, so we can welcome the new beginnings, so that we can welcome the new love, so we can welcome the joy back into our life, because it's really what we're trying to find. Even in the darkest moments, there is love to be found. Just because it's dark, it does not mean that you aren't allowed to have hope and possibility and joy and laughter. Like, no, we need it the most at this time period. And so if you get that new job, I don't know why, but if you get that job offer and it's going to be better for your soul, do that. Go walk towards that. If you're ready for that new relationship and that's going to give you, it's going to add to you, start doing that. Remember, it's okay to have new beginnings in dark times. It's okay to have hope and faith. These are the things that are going to keep propelling us forward. And so these are the opportunities to invite back into your life, as we walk into this, out of this dark moon gate. And then this sensuality, this sensuality is more than just sexuality. Sensuality is our ability to find what I'm really seeing is like the joy of like eating a delicious mousse, and like that absolute pleasure you get from the sensations of the texture of the mousse with the flavor and the way it makes your heart happy. Or like, having cuddly blankets with a warm cup of coffee to read a good book with. It's like rediscovering what that sensuality is. And a lot of times too, this sensuality comes with a connection to the earth, finding that connection to the earth. And feeling, I'm around a lot of moss right now, so like finding the moss and touching the moss and like feeling the sensation of Mother Earth and what she has to offer, sitting underneath a tree. All of that will be really, really important to keep holding that light and that love for yourself, as we walk into uncertain times, but keep optimistically hopeful that we can remain resilient for ourselves, because we've done it so far. 2024, that was a prep. 2020 was a huge prep. Like, we have made it through some difficult things, and I don't see us not continuing to show, if we continue to show up for ourselves, if we continue to keep this light and not get sucked into the fear and the worry, that we'll continue forward, bringing in those new beginnings and opportunities and love and light into our lives. And so right now, what we're looking at too during this, the emotions to be looking at during this dark moon gate to let go of, is this victim consciousness. This, that, oh, this always happens to me, I can't make it through, just, this always hurts, it's always too much. That victim mentality, man, we got to set that down. That's part of the stuff that's been holding you back. This, it always happens to me. Well, yes, it happens to everybody in different ways. It's the perspective that you're looking at it. What is your perspective? This is happening, not happening to you, this is happening for you. Are you ready to learn the lesson? Are you ready to set down and step into accountability of the lessons that are asking you to be learned? For this, I really see, um really seeing letting go of it never works out for me. That thought process, this it never work. Every time I try, it just doesn't work. And one thing I really like to tell my clients all the time is you never failed. You're not a failure. You were pre successful. You learned how to not do it. And so just keep in mind this pre successful and let go of those things that are telling you that you're not going to make it where you want to be, because you, with the right mindset, can make and perspective can make it where you want to. It may not look exactly as you thought, but it will unfold in a way that will bring beauty, peace, and love back into your life. So that is your final dark moon reading for 2024. And I will see you New Year's Day with the new moon reading. If you're interested in having a personal reading, I do personal readings, New Year readings. Got a couple different courses and classes coming up, so you can check them all out. I'll put them in the below for you. And I hope you have a magical and wonderful day.